Hey guys, this is Mel, and I'm here to talk about Legends of Tomorrow, episode 211, titled Turncoat, which premiered Tuesday, February 7th, 2017 on the CW. So guys, quick reminder, huge spoiler alert. While I am trying not to summarize the episode, I hope you go watch the episode for yourself for the first time before you come and see what I have to say about it after watching it for the first time. Also, my usual rules are up on the screen right now about my videos, so have a quick look at that. And then with that said, let's start with the 10-minute clock, and let's start it, and let's begin with what happened in this episode. So timeline-wise, we are traveling to New Jersey of 1776. We're going to see Christmas Day first before we travel back a day to Christmas Eve. Episode reminder is that, you are saving George Washington from the evil Rip Hunter, pretty much, which is the villain, and that is an evil Rip Hunter who is part of the Legion of Doom, or he is working for the Legion of Doom, I guess you could say. So episode breakdown for storyline, pretty much the time aberration is the fact that Rip Hunter kills George Washington on Christmas Day of 1776, which forces the Legends team to travel to the previous day, Christmas Eve, to save George Washington, which is the trap that Rip Hunter has set place for them. So storyline-wise, you kind of get two major ones, and the first one being you save George Washington. Second one being that you have to stop Rip Hunter from retrieving the Spear of Destiny piece he had left on the Wave Rider. So with this first storyline, you are seeing Mick Rory being taken as a fellow prisoner with George Washington. We also see Nathan and Amaya going after them as a rescue. In the second storyline, when you're trying to stop Rip Hunter from retrieving the Spear of Destiny, you have Jax acting captain as well as defense reinforcement. You see Professor Stein acting as a doctor trying to save a dying Sarah's life who had just been shot by Rip Hunter. You also see a mini Ray who got stuck in his Atom suit when all technology was fried around the Wave Rider by Rip Hunter. And you try to see Ray try to power up the Wave Rider again. So you have a whole bunch of little things happening. So that's the gist of it. Last moments, though, of the episode were that Sarah gives a holiday toast to the Legends team, even though they lost the Spear of Destiny to Rip Hunter. They were still celebrating the fact that they all got out of it okay, that it's Christmas for once. It's since being in the time stream, they don't really know what day of the week or of the year it is, and so they're taking a moment to take on this memorable occasion, I guess you could say. So moving on to the most shocking moment of the episode, the fact that there is now a statue of Mick Rory in Washington because of his brief little team up with George Washington on this mission. So I found that hilarious when Gideon reported that change to Sarah at the end of the episode. But moving on to top 3 favorite moments, I have to say the first one has to be the fact, very right off the bat, the introduction voiceover that they usually do at the beginning of the episode before they go into the previously on Legends. It was done by Mick Rory, by Heatwave, and it was just hilarious. And it's just like, it's a lot of the things that you'd want to say, but you're not supposed to say as characters because it's kind of breaking the fourth wall a bit. But it was just hilarious. I was like, yes, please do them more often. Like, I love it. So anyways, the second favorite moment I had was the Christmas dinner that the Legends team had. It was great to see them just take a moment to come together and celebrate, because I don't see them having dinner often. Maybe like one or two of them maybe going in to have a meal when they were hungry, but not like an actual full-on sit-down feast. So I was really glad that we got to see that, how they interact with each other in such a setting, and just like how they react to one another. So I really like that for sure. Third favorite moment has to be the fact that Mick was so friendly with George Washington. But it was just interesting seeing their dynamic between the two of them in the 24 hours they pretty much spent together as prisoners of war. So it was just interesting to see what they talked about, who rubbed on who in regards to thought processes, theories, perspectives, and such like that. Don't take what I said previously in a different light. But it was just very interesting to see what they learned from each other and just how they reacted to one another. I thought it was hilarious, and I loved it. So there is that. But moving on to top 3 Page moments, I actually have 2. But let's go to the lesser of the two, and there's the fact that Rip actually got away with the Spear of Destiny. I thought that they would have placed a decoy and Jax would have led him to the decoy, and that he wouldn't have known about the decoy until it came time for Rip to analyze it back with the Legion. I mean, couldn't have Gideon made a replica of the Spear of Destiny and then just have the real one hidden very well, and then just have the Spear of Destiny be kind of less hidden, or the decoy spear to be less hidden, so that if anything were to happen, that one would be taken instead of the real one? It's like, why didn't they do that? I'm pretty sure Gideon could have been able to replicate it with the replicator and all that. So anyways, the main peeve I really had, let's get into that, was the Nathan and Amaya hookup that they have. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm glad that there's romance among the fights and stuff that they take on saving the world. But my peeve comes from the fact that I never saw anything more between Nathan and Amaya before this episode, and it felt really forced to me. I mean, like at the breakfast scene was a very good starting point to kind of plant the seed that maybe there's something more between Nathan and Amaya, but then to have it suddenly have on their mission that Nathan is dying from hypothermia and body heat is the only way for him to survive, forcing Amaya to provide that body heat, and then having it turn into them hooking up. It felt extremely rushed to me. And then, because quite honestly, before this episode, I really saw a build-up between Ray and Amaya as more towards the next couple to be. Nothing with Nathan and Amaya ever came up. I saw them more as friendship. I saw them maybe bonding over the fact that they had Nathan's grandfather to talk over about, since she could have shared stories about him. And I really thought I saw more of a hookup between Amaya and Mick than I ever saw with Nathan and Amaya. So the fact that it felt really forced in this episode was what peeved me the most. I'm more of the slow burn type, or more of the it has to be a realistic length of time before you get shown the seed. And then you get, like, I'd understand if it's a character we just introduced, and in that episode you see instant attraction. But we're like 11 episodes in already. I never saw any intimate spark between these two, except in this episode when they had breakfast. Like, okay, that's the seed to plant. Maybe there's something going on. And then have it a few scenes later. It's like, oh, he's dying from hypothermia. Let's get them naked so they can share body heat. And whoops, they start hooking up, start kissing. And then previously, the conversation before that is how there's a huge sexual revolution where women could just now be in relationships for the fun of it, instead of what Amaya was used to when it was courting for marriage and then producing children and like all that. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. But let's move on. What moment will I remember most when I look back on this episode? The legend celebrating the holidays. I think that is what I'm going to remember. So, and evil Rip Hunter, probably. But next question, or next segment, is random questions. And I only have the one, is the fact that what will it take for the Legends team to restore Rip Hunter's true personality? I thought we were a little close when Jax tried to remind Rip of who Sarah was in a way, but it didn't work. So, I'm wondering what it really has to take. Do they have to take out his memories, rework them, and then put them back in? Or does it have to be something else? Do they have to knock some sense in him? Do they have to loosen some screws or something? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see about that. Moving on to predictions. Based off the promo for 212, again, it looks like we're going to get a week hiatus because the episode's not returning until February 21st. And it looks like we are going to medieval England, specifically Camelot. We're going to see the Knights of the Round Table, and it looks like we see everyone fighting as knights. They're in the full armor and everything. So not just the Legends team, but anyone from the Legion of Doom. It looks like Damien Dark will be dressed up as knights. So that's going to be interesting. Based off the synopsis, though, it reads that the Legends continue their quest to hunt down the Spear of Destiny before the pieces fall into the hands of the Legion of Doom. The Legends discover that pieces of the spear are each being guarded in different time periods by members of the JSA. Their first stop is the future, where they find Dr. Midnight, which eventually leads them to the past in King Arthur's Camelot, where Stargirl is protecting her piece of the spear. In order to protect the spear shard from the now evil Rip Hunter, the legends must join forces with the Knights of the Round Table. New questions from that. Just how many pieces are there for the Spear of Destiny? That's one. Second question. The future version of Dr. Midnight and the past version of Stargirl, will they still be the same people we met in 1942? The same Midnight and Stargirl that Amaya fought alongside? Or are these two separate people who have taken on the mantle of Midnight and Stargirl? Kind of like how with the whole Black Canary thing. You had Canary and then Black Canary, a second Black Canary, and you have White Canary as well. So it's like, are there different people under the mask, I guess you could say. So there is that. And I believe that's all the other questions I could think about. So what did you guys think of the episode? What did you guys like about it? What do you think is going to happen next? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your own thoughts, theories, predictions about what you think is going to happen. I think we only have a few more episodes left. I think it's only 17 episodes. So we're almost coming to the very end here, guys. So with that said, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my other videos if you haven't done so already. If you want, check out my Tumblr page. Link for that is down below. I reblog promos, web clips, quotes, GIFs, synopses, news, all that good stuff, all in one place. So if you want to be on track, or if you want just a simple way to find everything, follow me on Tumblr. Easy access for you there. Also, it's connected to my WordPress account, so you can check me out there. Follow me there if you like. Everything's more organized over there, but it's a work in progress. So I hope you check it out. It's also connected to everything else that I do online, so there's another reason. But I think that's pretty much it. Otherwise, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you come back next week to hear what we have to say about the next episode. But this is Mel, wishing you all a great day, great week wherever you are. Bye for now.